with a liquor and drugs. That flesh machine, I know he's gonna do another striptease. Hey man, when you get that lotion, your skin starts itching. Want you buy the gear? But some call love, oh love, love, love. Well, that's like giving fries and chickens. Well, I'm just a modern guy. Of course, I've had it in the ear before, and I've lost for life. 'Cause I've lost for life. Got lost for life. Got lost for life. Got lost for life. Oh, lost for life. Got lost for life. Yeah, lost for life. I got lost for life. Lost for life. Lost for life. Lost for life.
Seems to work all right. Seems to work all right. What do you think? I had to change it up a bit. See if we hear it. Seems to work all right. Can you hear me? Good morning, everybody. I didn't go to work today. I don't feel good. Need some medication. Weird looking. I just set it up. I just made it in Photoshop. See? And then like set it up. I'm just not used to Streamlabs yet. Like I got OBS down, but Streamlabs is different. I'm trying to get used to that. Yeah. So I need some medicines. I'm sending out some texts and stuff like that. Yeah, I can make you something. Like it, you know, if you hit me up and let me know like kind of what you want, you know. Thank you, thank you. I'm doing all right. I need some damn Adderall. I'm out of my medicine. Sucks. You're so strict about the dates you can film them and shit like that. What's this girl doing here? I don't know what she's doing. The next one. I used to use this for Black Magic. Ooh, what's this? I used to use myfootage.com for old like footage for some of my older videos. I wonder if there's volume on it.
People have a childlike faith in spirit and spiritualism.
What is this, like voodoo? I don't know. They meant, alright, this is black magic. I didn't know they meant like black people magic. It's stupid. No.
Sometimes. He ran successfully for governor of California in 1966. Many musicians expressed political convictions through their music. Folk singer Joan Baez.
It's weird. I'm in a bigger tube. Oh, shut the fuck up. There's nothing good here. Yeah, whatever.
You're out of the service. Just got home. And you're glad. But maybe it's not really over because you brought a drug problem home with you. And you're finding out that the street is a pretty tough place to solve it. If you're a veteran with a drug problem, there's a place you can go. A place where you won't get hassled or arrested.
May I have the number of the VA Drug Treatment Center, please?
It's up to you. Immediate help is available at your VA Drug Treatment Center. All you have to do is call.
Get arrested for asking for treatment.
The traffic starts in Manhattan.
This is in here.
More readily.
You're out of the service. Just and you're glad it's over. But maybe it's not.
Yeah. Because I used to find like old footage on Antarctica here with Admiral Byrd and everything I used back in the day. But they got a Jewish section. I know so many people like that. Do. Wars, money, New Jersey, all bad things. I'm just kidding. Kinda. Aminals. What? You son of a bitch. Oh, spaceships and rocket ships. Oh, rocket to the moon.
Incidentally, where are your menfolk?
You're the first man I've ever seen.
We're just testing out my new screen and Streamlabs. V2 channels because my main channel's become more of a, you know, fancier video and pedalwood reporting type stuff. And get overwhelming trying to go live there. Because a lot of times I just go live to bullshit or just do whatever.
Danger, Kip.
So that's why.
They want to kill you. They'll take the spaceship and they'll make me go with them.
Well, how?
They can, Kip. They control me.
You'll share man's greatest thrill as you rocket through space to the lost moon city of alluring, ferocious cat women. Theirs is the fevered fury of life without love, goading them to lure men into the den of bloodthirsty moon monsters, driving them to tempt men in the deadly cave of moon gold.
I just figured two would be good. One for me, just for my personal whatever.
Destroy the
for
world.
whatever I feel like fucking doing, you know? And the other one just for like more fancier stuff. I should have done the opposite, but I started off with my main channel. Then I didn't even mean to start off that way. I just like started making videos, you know? But whatever.
So glad I got invited.
Since it's just a dream and involves no money, which one would you like me to buy you, honey?
Waiting on Hope.
They're all so beautiful, I really don't know, so let me go down, get the
Okies.
and look at each one much closer.
What's an Okie? They're like a racist term or something? Span.
I want a Corvette.
I want a Corvette.
Ooh, I want a Pontiac too.
Okay, we'll have the usual two-car garage.
What the fuck?
How do you feel about this final mobile?
It's easy to see myself taking the wheel.
The multi-channel network. One for me. One for me getting high, and one for me making videos. There you go.
Ooh, what a dreamy ride.
This is how I've run around in life when I'm high as fuck. I just like hop in cars and oh.
I think that we ought to buy it.
Let's go all out and buy.
What was this, 1856?
I can hardly wait for this dream to come true.
Ever been skeptical of flying saucers? Well, a 5-minute flight is restricted to a 3-foot altitude, since Mahler is not a licensed pilot, and flying saucers aren't vertical engines. A 2-seater ready soon may be the chopper of the future.
What's this gonna do? Got pie? I want some fucking pie. Then they have cars in 1856. How the fuck to get around? Mind control propaganda. MK Ultra. You guys want to see something? Thank you, non-con. You ever see that old footage? You've probably seen it already. I did a video on it a long time ago. I could try to find it. Yeah. It'd be way the fuck back, though. Let's just do, and it's Star Spangled Banner. Right?
Hey everybody, Melissa Melton here.
Before I start this, I just want to let you guys know I've done this one myself. Oh, Golden Girls? I'd probably fuck the whore. I would kill Big Bird, and I would marry the funny one that's in Lake Placid, whoever her name is. I can't remember them all, but I would bang the slutty one, marry the funny one, and kill the big bitch. Alright. Now this thing, this subliminal messages, I did a video on this myself, so I know it works. I know it's true. I did this about a year ago. And learn the butterfly. Well, I'm just starting off slow though. Yeah. So this does work, because I downloaded it from, and see, I don't know if it probably wasn't at every news station. You know, back in the day, they delivered reels. Because I remember even working at theaters when they did that shit. Well, reel to reel back in the day, they would deliver them to certain stations.
To start this video, we're going to start by playing the national anthem, which was the sign-off on television stations across the nation back in the 1960s.
Blanche! I'd bang Blanche.
Our national anthem.
I played the fifth V because I think it's a trick question, considering that I out pedophiles and stuff, and that's a Muppet show. Let's not go there. Let's go to old ladies instead. I'm down with the gilfs. Yeah, I know about reverse speech. Yeah, we'll stick to the old ladies.
Okay, I'm going to put that video you just saw in perspective in just a moment. But today up at TrueStream, I wrote this article, TV, Your Mind Controlled.
Oh.
And what it has to do with is the fact that back in the 60s, scientists...
I'd rather bang Nemo's dad than Ellen.
Eyesight, who worked for General Electric, was able to do experiments on people watching television, and he found that within 30 seconds to a minute of watching television, your brain goes from a beta wave state, which is an alert, awake, thinking state, which primarily uses the left side of your brain, which is where your critical thinking skills lie, to an alpha state, which is more of a relaxed, daydreaming type state, where you essentially go on autopilot and you become a passive learner to the information that's coming into your mind. Okay? What they were able to figure out is that television is a form of basic mind control.
Telepathic vision programming. Through your eyes, but telepathic. So, telepathically put through your eyes programming. Yes.
When you are in an alpha wave state, you are suggestible to whatever's going into your mind, what you're seeing, at a subliminal level that you cannot critically analyze as you are viewing it. And one of this researcher's findings actually said that through this, there may be a time when the mass media can create special programs that help people modify attitudes and...
Alright, Maybe like a hate fuck, but that's it, Tim.
Behaviors. It's creepy stuff. Switching gears, have you ever seen the movie They Live? It's the 1988 John Carpenter science fiction movie where this man is able to put on sunglasses and he finds out that there's a signal on a TV broadcast that is concealing the appearance of these beings that are controlling society, and he finds out all the billboards just say consume, obey.
No shit, Ryan.
It's all subliminal messages.
I wish I was more
Everything's a
brainwashed.
subliminal message, and everyone is being
Who am I fucking marrying and killing?
Subliminally by the ruling class. Now we're gonna go ahead and watch this national anthem again.
Yeah, all right. Now I know a lot of you guys have probably seen this, but I've actually done this in Photoshop, and it is right.
Only this time we're gonna watch it slowed way down. Tell me if you notice anything different from the last time you watched it.
Oh man, the drugs are kicking in.
Did you see the letters change at the bottom? Let's watch it again in even slower frame by frame motion.
Trust the U.S. government. Well, we do notice it all because we catch it subliminal.
It happens so quickly you can barely see it. But you aren't meant to physically, literally.
Yeah, you would never
see
that. I would never have seen that.
Subconsciously see it. It is meant to go into the subconscious and implant itself into your brain on a subconscious level. And this continues throughout this entire national anthem, and it becomes basically like the script for the movie They Live.
Yeah, see if you notice what it says. God. Something like God is watching, God is... I don't know. I did it. That's why I know it. Oh, you know what? You want to just do it live? You want me to just try to find the original clip and throw it into... fuck it. Let's try that. What was that? The 60s? 1960s Star Spangled Banner sign off. You gotta find the one with lyrics, because like I said, alright, here you go. They came to different stations on reels. So here's the original. And this one I believe was found in, I think they list where it was found. The real film from TV station, used it during the night. Well, like I said, they were bringing it to different stations, so different ones. So I'm not sure if every station had it. Maybe the bigger affiliate stations or whatever. So let me download it. Boop, 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 boo. Do a little copy. Where's the copy? I want to share it. There you go, copy. All right. I'm gonna do a little download. Okay. Paste. I was gonna say, this shouldn't take long because it's a short. It's only like probably a minute and a half long. You go ahead and open it. I download that bitch. Let's go to this. Let's go into the desktop. This is just some bullshit. Okay. That's some bull smack. It's still downloading. Let's go ahead and open the Premiere Pro. We'll just do it live. Oh, and incest porn? Well, everyone's got fantasies. But, the thing is, the incest porn isn't real anyway, so... It's like gilf porn, or... people that are into bondage porn, or, sluts in bathtubs. So yeah, it ain't real. Now, if it's real, that's another story. Alright, let's see here. Oh, blind item thing. Okay, I need Premiere Pro. Where you at? Where you at, yo? I will say, Via, I have noticed on my investigations of porn sites that there has been a lot more incest porn in the main flow, in the mainstream. So I did notice that. Yeah, the fantasy is sick, but it's kind of like the South Park episode where you can't just like whack off to anything normal anymore. You keep looking for something, but if you take that too far, you get to the other side, which is what we're fighting. So right, so there's got to be balance there. Go up, not down. Go to the Golden Girls. You can stay safe there. To each their own, I guess. Don't worry, Social Justice Warrior doesn't like the cut of his give either. Girls, yeah. Hysterectomies, you ain't gonna pull out, you know? All that shit. Electric Boogaloo? Oh, Electric Boogaloo. Was that a real one? Betty White or Joan River? Betty White. Yep. Man, Betty White was actually cool, right? She was a weird one. I liked her. Joan? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen her not younger. I gotta look at her younger. I just liked her sense of humor, you know? And to me, that goes a long way. Alright. What? Just open the program. It is gross. But it's a game. You gotta, you know. Yeah, exactly. That makes a difference to me. Like if I know a girl and she's like a fucking bitch, she's ugly as shit to me. I probably still hate fuck her, but you know what I mean. Like, oh, you bitch. Alright, this bitch in here. You bang Phil Collins? Alright. So here we go. Plop this bitch in here.
Our national anthem.
You make this big. Hey. Oh, it's gonna pixelate, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, fit. You make this window bigger. You make this bigger. God damn it. I was gonna fuck up something, huh? It doesn't do anything. Is it like a full screen? I don't want to magnify, we just want to make it bigger. No. Damn it. What's all this shit do down here? I don't want a comparison. Oh well.
Our national anthem.
Let's just slow it down and just save it here. We'll go like negative. Whoa, spider. 100. No, it's gonna be like a negative 1,000, I think. Let's see here. Did I do that? Did I do that right? Oh, wrong way. I didn't hit negative apparently. Negative 1,000. That's still not doing anything. I hit negative that time. Let's do it this way. Oh, okay. This is by this way. Variation. 5%, duh. Going down to like 20% or some shit. I don't know, that's good. It's creepy. Oh, so can you see? I gotta make this bigger though, or it's pointless. Do we have to export it? Window. You can see I never use a damn computer for editing. I use my phone for everything. It's so much easier. This is just too complicated. The only thing I can think to do is do... It won't even let me do that. That sucks. What's this do? Save margin now. What? It comes before the next words. Trust, see the... So you can't see this. God damn it. Wow. You can see that it's under there. It's just so fucking tiny. I don't know why this is going to take me so long. Who we blowing or dusting off? Don't ask me what the fuck that was. Alright. I'm gonna find the video I did, because it's like, it's gonna take forever to do this shit. It's gonna take forever to find the goddamn thing, too. To make so many freaking videos. I've been busy, I know that. God damn. So many videos. So many videos. Back before I learned how to do all that. Actually, this might not be too far to find here. Where is it? Right here. There it is. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, it's only 5 minutes too. Not bad. Yes.
So as you can see on my desktop, I have a screenshot from, what is it? They Live.
Where did I make this?
The subliminal messages is pretty much behind everything. So this isn't new news at all, but I thought it was interesting.
Over a year ago.
I saw a video on it last year, and I've been wanting to try it myself. So I downloaded a reel-to-reel that was uploaded of the 60s sign-off with subliminal messages in it. So what I did is I'm going to play the original, and then I have a little bit of, I put some of the work I did into it, like a little video of it, just so you can see what I did, that I chopped it up into bits, blah, blah, blah. We'll get there. Alright, so here's the original.
Alright, we know the song. We know the song.
100% speed, and then I slowed it down to 10% speed. I boosted the contrast, and I darkened the brightness a little bit. So that's all that is.
Goddamn.
Okay. And then, this is what you'll see. It plays everything twice.
Trust
the U.S. government.
Still coughing. Yeah, it does it twice.
And then God is real, God is watching.
Twice. God is real, God is watching.
Believe in government. God. So it says it again, see? And then rebellion will not be tolerated.
Rebellion will not be tolerated. Where'd it go? You believe that shit though?
And then obey, consume.
Obey, consume.
Consume. It's cold. Trust the U.S. government. So yeah, it repeats everything.
Oh, it's rebellion is not tolerated. I was
wrong. I think it said rebellion is not tolerated. I wrote rebellion will not be tolerated. Yeah, so I got one wrong, but the idea is right. My bad.
My B, yo.
Obey, consume, obey, consume. This one's fucked up. It's the bottom and the top. Buy MK Ultra. Buy MK Naomi. Worship, consume, obey, believe. It repeats, then it says, do not question government. You slaves don't question your masters. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, I'm playing hokey. I ain't got no medicine. In your brains. Play ball.
I thought it was relevant because of all the fucking...
Yeah. So that's that. You guys want to revisit Tunnel? I mean, you guys want to revisit fucking Pizzagate? Is everybody else?
What's up, YouTube? It's Dlux here. I got a microphone, so I wanted to go do a quick rundown of my aqueduct videos under Washington thus far. Sum it all up so I can move on and make some more videos. This time you guys should be able to hear me. So, that being said, with Pizzagate, this was my first indication to start looking into it. On CNN, when this asshole right here tells you, you can't look. Well, making something taboo not only makes it obvious, but it makes it that much more desirable. That's human nature. So let's take a look. Here we go.
Also interesting to remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us. And in full disclosure, let's take a look at what is in there and what it means. Joining us now, CNN's.
Alright, so what I did was I went to Google Earth. You can look on the left here and go to Rumsey Historical Maps. I found this old topological map from 1856 to 1859. Now, if you zoom in on the pin, that's Comet Ping Pong. Okay, so zooming in, you can see these little veiny river things, which I think are canal surveys or canals of water of some sort. So that's that. Now anybody can do this. Just go to Google Earth and go to, it's on the left. You have to dig a little bit, but it's Rumsey Historical Maps. Okay, so there you see it. The veins or rivers or canals, there's Comet Ping Pong right there. That's where it would be. So there's that. And that's what it looks like, Rumsey Historical Maps. Now if you go here, you should be able to click on the link.
It's weird watching these for me.
Here will bring you to the Library of Congress, LOC.gov, which you can find all sorts of historical documents, maps, drawings, whatever. This is an old map I found, completed 1855, and it has aqueducts on it. But what I did was I took a screenshot of DC and I squared it up.
My mic kept farting.
In this old map.
My microphone kept farting.
Okay, so if you overlay it, you can start to see where Comet Ping Pong actually is, which is right there. Right around those aqueducts or canal surveys, whatever they are. I was hoping that somebody might be able to help me look into this. Do you know anything about these old maps? Alright. So from here, I think I did another video where I took the same map and I put some more businesses on there. You can see over here Podesta's house, Podesta Molesta, where it says party, that's David Brock's house, and then right here, Belmont, that's Tony Podesta's house, and then that's Terrasol up there. That's just a marker for where the other businesses are, because this is a different map, a different screenshot. So anyway, you can see that David Brock's house and Tony Podesta's house on Belmont are right around where this old river or canal used to be, which is, I'm pretty sure, dried up now. But over here I go through some of the Photoshop filters, if you will. You can see they're right on that black line. But then you can see where Terrasol Bistro and Artisan Gallery is right around where Comet is. And
I was still then too, so yeah.
So I'm still looking into that. But I found some other old maps today, and I'm going to make another video later. I just wanted to sum this up first so we can move on. And I also added a couple other things. Alright, so I go through the filters, move up your video, and I'm a musician.
Oh, that's that.
This is downstairs at Politics and Prose, in their basement, in the children's section. And what I noticed was, see this red beam right here? That looks pretty close to the red beam right here in Comet Ping Pong's basement, if there is one, which they say there isn't. That's a ping pong table right there. And then moving on.
That's before you found out there wasn't.
Alright, this is from the Little Red Fox. This might be a little presumptuous, but is anything anymore out of the question? Look at that, and look at the symbol. That could be an assumption, I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. Alright, well, I hope this helped out everything. Alright, guys, continue to make videos. Guys.
No, that's not me. That's not my video.
What's up?
That's my video. My video. Shake your muff. Shake your stuff.
So as you can see, I'm...
Whoa. I don't know. I don't even know. I remember making all these. That's a fucked up thing, you know? That's a fucked up thing. I remember making all this shit. Here we go again. Insane. Beat up, beat up. I don't know. It's fun looking back in the time machine, though. Oh, it's so much work. Here we go. This one never got. I wish I could.
Something that's quite hard to put in words or get across.
I feel like I should do some of these again for this channel.
Very important and fundamental. We have to realize there are no things in the physical universe, no separate things. Because if I ask you, what is a thing?
Cigarettes.
Fundamentally, it comes down to being a noun, a part of language, not something in the physical universe. For instance, this is a hand. That's what we call it. Is this a hand? Hand is a noise. A noise I make with my vocal cords. This is not the noise hand. This is a this. It's something in the physical universe. It has no name. The physical world that we all wander around in is wiggly. It's all changing, all in flux. Nothing stands still. So what do you do when you want to catch a wiggle? What do you do when you want to catch a fish? You use a net. And in this net, you have this piece of the physical universe where you can label it. Count 1, 2, 3, 4 holes this way, 2 holes down. We'll call this bit of fish that. And then we'll go 2 more over, 2 more down. That part is a that. You know, and we name each part and chop it up into bits and divide it and label it and chop it up into more bits and subdivide it. But the fish doesn't come in bits. The physical universe doesn't come in things. We name everything in order to talk about it, in order to control it, in order to organize it and divide it. Divide and conquer, right? I mean, evidently people are still falling for this. So what it comes down to is you. What are you? You are not your name. You're not what you've been told you are. You're not what you thought you were. What are you? Who are you? You have to go inside and ask and look and try to find who you are or what you are. We take a shitload of non-existent boxes and we start labeling them in order to organize, divide, and classify animals, minerals, vegetables. Remember that game? And we take all the living things that we consider living, put them in the animal box. And then we take all the sentient beings, all the crystals, gold, all that shit, we put it in the mineral box. And then we put a bunch of fucking everything that grows from a garden or the earth into a vegetable box. And then the process spreads into smaller boxes and subsidiaries of the original box, and it just keeps going. And the more we keep doing that, the less we're going to remember. Everything is one, but we dismember it. We chop it up, and we create boxes, and chop it up more, and we dismember it more. Well, everything that exists has a polar opposite. What's the opposite of dismember? Remember. So right now we're trying to remember that everything is one. To take it out of these boxes that really don't exist anyway, and remember it's all one. Think back to when you were babies, before they started telling you who you were, what you were. Before a name was assigned to you and signed on the line. That's not you. You know that's not you. Go back inside, find out. You are something that grows out of this spaceship Earth. She nourishes, she provides. A human being is not much different than any plant or living thing on this planet. And if left to its own devices and not blocked, it will bloom and thrive. And if you have a garden and you harvest the vegetables and you have a baby and you cut the umbilical cord, there really is no difference. It's just the perspective. We grow out of this physical universe in the same way as a plant. We had to learn how to communicate. So language is a very useful tool, but it also invokes images and icons, which can be a form of blocking, a form of hypnotization, mesmerized by the images, the symbols, the signs, and we take that for reality, and we lose touch with reality, because reality is not the symbol. It's the nameless. You are not your name. You are not your birth certificate. You are not your straw man. You are the manifestation. You are the co-creator of your experience. You're inside and out. You are the whole universe, focused at a pinpoint called eye of awareness, not separate from anything else. You are your experience, and the way you see it is the way it is, because there is no set way it is. It's all in the way you look at it. So there are myriads of ways to look at it. So what do you choose? There's no reason to worry, because it's all going to work out. Because it never ends. So don't worry. Let go of the fear. Take your power back. The fear does not exist. When you realize that, the illusion crumbles. We have been spellbound, literally. The spell has been cast, like the net has been cast. And we all fall asleep. But it's time for us to wake up. We put the symbol first. The flag. A symbol of freedom. But there's no freedom. They say, look over here, look at this flag. While we piss on everything it stands for, we mistake the states, the names, for what there actually is. The territory. We separate it, we divide it, we name it, we classify it. But that's not reality. Reality is the influx, wiggly nameless, and that is you. That's everything. We wrap a net around the world. We control the wiggly. We measure it. We navigate it. We net the sky. We draw images and we navigate it. We mistake money, an idea that we use for wealth. What's real wealth? Your time. And you've been tricked, wasting time, doing things you don't like doing, just to make this thing called money, just to get by. You've been lied to.
Fucking stone. That was a trip down memory lane. Jesus. There's another one.
It's a rainy night here in Myrtle Beach, and what better thing to do than make some popcorn, get a comfy blanket, and go watch some TV. So what I did was I took some different clips that I found very interesting about the straw man. And it seems really confusing, but I think I've tried to simplify it to a way that's understandable to me. So I hope it has the same effect on you. It's not insignificant that the scarecrow was the one without the brain. I'm gonna go make some popcorn. Won't you join me?
Ah, the government. It loves you and wants to keep you safe and well. It even wants to make paying taxes, fines, and court costs easier for you. How? Well, you'll need to meet your straw man. He was born the same day you were. He looks like you, has the same name, and lives in your house, but you never knew he existed. You will have even paid his parking tickets or taxes. The worst part? He's been dead from day one. From every birth certificate, a legal personality, or legal fiction, is created with the same name to confuse little old you into thinking it's you. So, there is a human you and a paper you, or as it's commonly known, a straw man. So when it seems like government officials, court clerks, or the police are speaking English, they aren't. They're speaking legalese, designed to make you agree to verbal and written contracts without even knowing about it, all spun from Black's Law Dictionary. For example, when the police say, "Do you understand?" you'll say, "Yes." What they are really saying is, "Do you stand under our authority?" Oopsie-daisy, you just created a verbal contract with them. Oh, you clever government. Did you know that whenever you register something, you are handing over title to the person you register it with? That's right. Whenever you register something with the government, they assume it belongs to them. Registered your car? Super! Now you are the registered keeper of your vehicle, and the government can crush it when you don't pay your, straw man's taxes. Expecting a new bundle of joy? Well, then you need to register your little darling with a birth certificate. Then they can start the process all over again and create a new straw man for your little one. Isn't that great? So when Junior grows up, he'll be able to generate revenue just like you have. When you notify on your baby by signing the birth certificate, your child becomes a ward of state. And if the government doesn't like what you're doing, they'll assume it's okay to take the child away or make new rules for things they don't like. Not enough school? Smacking your child? Shouting too loudly? Then it's off to social services for the little one. When you get a bill, it's sent to you but belongs to your straw man, not you. That's why bills, fines, and summons start with Mr., Mrs., or Ms. Sometimes you'll see your surname in capitals, just like on a gravestone. That's because your straw man is dead and just a silly piece of paper, created before you could comprehend or even consent to it. When you go to court, you represent your straw man, so you, the human, take on any costs, fees, taxes, and fines involved for the straw man. The human you doesn't even need to pay them. But you made a contract with the court by appearing on behalf of your legal personality or straw man, just like the government knew you would. Confused? Well, don't worry. The government doesn't want you to know anyway. If you knew, you'd stop paying things like council tax and parking tickets. Because when you go to court, you are representing your straw man. You are you, alive and made of flesh and blood. Your straw man, or legal personality, is a piece of paper created from your birth certificate. And you think it's you. What a silly Billy.
There has been perpetrated upon us the most heinous crime against humanity, and it goes so far back that you can't blame any of the administration because they are not a government. They are the United States Corporation. The U.S. government incorporated as a for-profit commercial enterprise in the Legislative Act of February 21st, 1871, 41st Congress, U.S. Incorporated, a commercial agency originally designated as Washington, D.C., in accordance with the so-called 14th Amendment, which the records indicate was never ratified. The United States government is a foreign corporation with respect to the state. 19 Corpus Juris Secundum 541, location of United States. The United States is located in the District of Columbia. Secretary of the Treasury of Puerto Rico was appointed receiver over the bankrupt United States in the Reorganization Plan number 26 in 1950. The title, Secretary of the Treasury, is a euphemistic abbreviation of the actual title, Secretary of the Treasury of Puerto Rico. The Internal Revenue Service was incorporated in Delaware, is not a part of the supposed U.S. government, which is but a de facto for-profit corporation masquerading as a government. This is the IRS. It's not registered to do business in any state, is the bookkeeping and debt collection arm of the Secretary of the Treasury of Puerto Rico. Everybody who gets up into the administration, the Congress, the legislation, all the way down to the local level are corporations, private companies. We are their chattel. We are their inventory. They make money off of us, and you don't even know how deep it goes. In 1871, when the United States became incorporated, they attached our birth certificates to a CUSIP number on the stock exchange, which equals slave trade, and it's done every time a baby is born. There is a bond trust account set up, and they trade us on the stock market, and this is all documented, and I know it's shocking. Some of you are hearing this for the very first time, and you're thinking, oh my God, how could they possibly? They go so far as to trick us that, have you ever been to court and the judge says, do you understand? Don't ever say you do. Say, no, Your Honor, I do not understand. That simple little word doesn't mean what you think it does. You have just given him permission, if you say, yes, I do understand, that you're going to stand under whatever he wants to lay on top of you. The courts are admiralty courts. The judges, the attorneys, all belong to the Bar Association. They do not work for us, we the people. We the people are working for them. We don't need a gold standard. We are the value to the Federal Reserve note. We've all been in this boat together, and people need to really wake up, and we need to hold these corporate officials' feet to the fire and insist exist. The corporation must be dissolved. The Federal Reserve must be banned from this country. And we must turn our system of judiciary back to a common law. If there's no harm, no loss, there's no crime. And everything else is a way to get you to pay.
All over the world, all governments are ruled by what is called civil law. Civil law goes back to a Latin word, civili, which goes back to the word illy. Oh God, I mean, we could go on for hours on this stuff. Civil law, which is called in all countries the law of the land. So you'll say, well, you can't do that because that's against the law of the land. The law of the land is civil law, Roman civil law, the law of the land. But there is a second law which also operates all over the earth identical. It's called UCC, Uniform Commercial Code. That is the law of God in the world of business. I don't care if you're in Japan, in Africa, in China, in Istanbul, Turkey. If you have a company, if you have a corporation, if you are doing business where you buy and sell and make money, you are operating on this earth under something called UCC, Uniform Commercial Code. Because if all countries worked on a different commercial code, then nobody could do business with anybody. You couldn't trust Japan to pay you. Japan couldn't trust America to pay them for the cars, because everybody has their own laws. Under the Caesars of Rome, they established under Caesar that all nations in the empire that do business, everybody plays on a level field. If you do business in Africa with China, you pay them. And if Africa does business with American companies, you pay them. You pay. Whatever it is you're doing business, you don't mess around. The most severe law in this world is called UCC, Uniform Commercial Code. It's the Bible of business on the earth. Uniform Commercial Code is based directly on Vatican canon law, on the Roman canon law. Consequently, when a ship pulls into port, it pulls in and stops, and it's called in its berth. The ship is now in its berth. Because it is on the law of the high seas, or commercial maritime, UCC commercial law, rules the seas. So when the ship goes into its berth, the first thing the captain must do is to present a certificate of manifest to the port authorities, which means that the port authorities need to know how much is on this ship that you're bringing into our country and our economy. How many TVs, how many cars, whatever you're bringing, how much are you bringing into our economy? So you have to have a certificate of manifest of what is the value of your ship here. What are you doing? Consequently, when you are born, you come out of your mother's water. Therefore, you must have a birth certificate, a certificate of manifest, because you are a corporation-owned item. You are a human resource. This goes back to the German Nazi concept that every human coming out of their mother's water must be birthed. And therefore you have to have a certificate, a manifest, to see how much this individual is going to make for us in our new world order. I'm telling you that until you understand the laws, the symbols, the emblems, what these words mean, you're never going to suspect how far gone we really are. Did you know, for instance, that your birth certificate is a security on the stock exchange in the New York stock market? Did you know that? Because if you order your birth certificate, get a new one. Order your birth certificate. It only costs you, sometimes it's free. It'll only cost you a few dollars. Order your birth certificate. On your birth certificate, all birth certificates in this country, on the bottom, it will tell you this is printed on security papers. Do not accept if not on full-color security paper. Then on the right-hand corner, you will always have a series of numbers, red numbers, printed on the birth certificate. Those numbers are a security stock exchange number on the World Stock Exchange. You go to any good stock office and ask them, check these numbers in your computer and see how much your stock is worth, the certificate. And they will check it on the New York Stock Exchange and find your birth certificate is a stock on the stock exchange in America. Why? Because you are worth money to the international bank that bought you in 1930. We need to wake up.
Yeah, I was watching an old Jordan Maxwell, another video on him and ETIs the other day, or UFOs and aliens and stuff. Pretty much, it's funny that you say you found your tribe. Whoa, the table's about to fly over. Because the whole star, the waves, the beings, star seeds, light work, or whatever you want to call it, that I think I came in on. Well, evidently, he was saying the same thing years ago about himself. So that was pretty cool. Alright, my mother's home. I'm going to go eat lunch with her. So, yeah. Thanks for joining the stream. It was fun. I had this.